We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the San Francisco 49ers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Point it right, 180. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
On the first snap, here's Mayfield. Well, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey.
And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. And I guess we're back to square one. A rocky start here. A turnover followed by a turnover.
Not exactly what we expected going into the game, but I always wonder about the nerves and people starting, the emotions of the game. Sometimes it takes a little while for that to play out, for them to settle in. Let's hope that that's taken care of now.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. That's caught. Emeka Buka. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The end result, 21 yards. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of the game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
Mayfield now. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Baker going to give it to Irving. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Kings! Real.
Mayfield looks to throw. Did he get the feet down? Yes! Touchdown! George Pickens, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up. Then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They just got to find a way to get it done. And remember, this is a running back that fumbled on the previous drive, but fortunately for them, nothing came of it. And I think when that happens, sometimes coaches can lean a little more on forgive and forget. So he's right back out there and running again.
Purdy. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Muscles him off. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Short throw, he's got Kraft. And that's a hard-earned yard there as he takes a pretty good jolt at the end of that one. You look at this Niner defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That goes for a gain of 31. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
King, 180. What's that?
Here's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Hey, look, point it right. 180. Pistol. What's that?
Mayfield to throw it. Touchdown! A great play there. 30 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Shotgun now with Purdy. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that.
Now, loose football. The ball comes out. But an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talk about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. They go play action here. Purdy. Looking left sideline, it's complete. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yards, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge. And they complete the pass there for another first down.
Oh, stays up. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
18, what's up?
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and long. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a first and goal.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Brings up second and goal at the 8-yard line.
Get set. 18, what's up?
Another try for Mixon. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play.
And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Pickens on the slant. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it first and 10 now out past the 20. To throw, Mayfield. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg. And he works free. And some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
First and goal, Tampa Bay.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
180. What's up?
Straight ahead, it's Irvin. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Now Mayfield. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. George Pickens with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bucs go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Second and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Lots of incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Watch out! Yellow.
Here's Purdy. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
What's up? What's up?
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Purdy looking to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 35, here's a 2nd and 7.
What's up?
Back to throw, Purdy. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That one a first down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
What's up?
Purdy now to throw. That's going to be caught. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, 26 yards. And the 49ers get a bit closer.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts this lead down to 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Able to avoid him. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. A run up the middle with Irvin. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And they just did not get the snap away in time. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Real.
Mayfield. Throwing left side, it's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 45-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Throwing, Mayfield. Now he'll tuck this. Now Mayfield lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead. And it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
180. Run.
They'll set up a throw. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And the Niners are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Intercepted. The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. Dances by him. Oh, good return up past the 30. And he goes out of bounds just shy of 40, right around the 39. So solid starting field position. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and look. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. 60 yards. And the Niners come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20 to 14.
Makes the score Buccaneers 20, 49ers 14.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
21-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Handoff running left, Irving. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Regular. Good. 180. Pistol. Alert. Kings. What's that?
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's gone right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots him.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. He'll try to do it himself. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Get set. Up.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he stopped immediately there. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9.
Get set. Up. 118.
Out of the gun, Purdy. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now Purdy. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Bucs are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Good. What's that?
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
On 1st and 10, here's Irvin. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
20. What's that?
Throwing on 2nd down. Mayfield. Completes this one to Pickens. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Break him down at the 49. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Point it right. What's that?
It's a gain of 20.
A shotgun handoff here to Irvin. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Pistol. 180! Alert!
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Finds Pickens out right. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Brings up 4th down and 1.
Hey,
Well, how about this? They'll change it at the line.
Hey, alert 33. Up. Hey, alert. Real. Watch out.
They'll try it now with Irvin. And caught up. And he will at least be able to fall on it himself, but it was 4th down, and the possession changes. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Play fake. Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the big fella. Down to the 10. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will put them on top here in the third. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they have done themselves absolutely no favors to earn a win today in this one, Charles. The turnover woes continue. On that last drive, they had that fumble that led to a touchdown.
And, Brandon, I would say they have a mission on this drive, and the bottom line is protect the football and just put together something that they can let the last drive go. Yeah, it was a bad play. They gave up points, but that doesn't mean it has to go that way the rest of this ball game. Do what you do best on offense and try and put the ball in the end zone yourself. Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
A third quarter now, at a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. He's got this to Pickens. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Point it right. Up. Hey, alert. Watch out.
Mayfield down. That's taken in by Kraft. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A very solid gain of 27.
First down. A gain of 27 on the play. First
They
down.
run out of the gun with Irvin. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
Set. Run. 180. Regular. Kings. Run. Pistol. What's up?
Mayfield looks to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Here's Mayfield. And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And the 49ers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This offense so far on third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Throwing here, Purdy. Hard throw, incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 69 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll stay on the ground with Irving. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much has nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's the 2nd and 8. Mayfield now from the 50. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Hey, alert, 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 alert!
Mayfield to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Gain of 9 yards. First down, Tampa Bay.
Here's a handoff to Irving. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
180! Stop!
From the gun, Mayfield. It's grabbed over the middle by White. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out in the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, They run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Real. One time.
Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. And he pulls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs have taken a fourth-quarter lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead.
Hey, alert! God.
Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Past midfield, look out. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, 49ers. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
A little salt, a little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up, because Frank Reich at Maryland in college did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like you still harbor some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
All right, now what can the Niners do as they face a big 2-point conversion here?
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Cameron Curl.
Do you have one of those charts that tells you to go for 2 or go for 1?
I don't. I know you do. But I don't care what the chart says there. You got to kick it, right?
I agree totally, because somewhere the chart's something's going to pop out of the chart and say, hey, man, just kick the extra point here. You're in good shape. I think they were chasing points there when they didn't need to.
Yeah, try to get a little bit greedy, take the lead in the fourth quarter. Now they still trail by 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. To throw, Mayfield. Able to find his man, Kraft. Now he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Irving. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 113 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Once again, it's Irving. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left in no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
A first carry for Rashad White. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Second down and 4.
Get set. Get set. Start.
It's Mixon on the counter. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Mixing up the middle. And shutting him off down open field. And he will have a Niners first down. And that ought to be the one that seals the victory. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. And they will take a knee here. So the victory here for San Francisco. Well, Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times, and that was just too much for them to overcome.
And that number might as well be in neon because you're exactly right. It just jumps up from the stat sheet. Your eyes go right to it. And with that many turnovers, they really played themselves out of this game. Too careless with the football too many times. That cost them the victory.
So for San Francisco, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.